Crash, bang, boom, one night on a boat in the sea, a crew was getting shipwrecked. They were taking down the sails. Just then, the captain came to see what was happening. Behind him was a dog with blue eyes, blonde fur, and it was barking with shock while trying to get out of the boat because it was a storm. Just then the captain saw his crew trying to take down the sails. Then he saw a flash of lightning while the waves crashed against the boat. Then the captain ran up the stairs to the wheel and tried to turn the boat to safety. Then a wave crashed on him while looking at his crew getting soaked. Just then he got pulled into the freezing cold, salty, terrifying sea, then found himself on a murky island. He was cold, miserable, and terrified. The end.
When thundery crashing night, it went boom, crash in the dark sky. There was a pirate ship in the dark blue sea. There was a crew on the ship. The crew were struggling to get the flags down, so the crew went to get the captain, but a pole fell down on a guy and he screamed like a girl, and the captain came out and said, "What is going on?" He said. The crew said, man down, put the anchor down," said the captain. "We cannot, the anchor is broken," said the crew. Suddenly lightning struck and broke the ship into two pieces. The captain got knocked out by a rock, and the next sunny morning the captain got washed up on an island. He was by the sloppy sand. He was eating the sloppy sand on the island.
Boom! In the freezing night there was one ship, and splash! The wave crashed into the ship. Then everyone's falling over because the floor was slippery. And Captain went to the boat and said, "What's going on?" And he walked around the ship and said, "Oh my!" And the peoples were fall over. And one person crashed to the wall. And Wet Doggy comes into the ship. And the captain tried to stop the boat, but the wind was too fast and strong. Then someone slipped onto the steps and crash! He crashed into the wall, and Captain said, "I can't live like this!" And wave crashed into the ship, and all of the people in the ship said, "Help!" And the wave shook the ship, and most people fell over to the floor, and Captain too, and everyone's banging their head. And Captain slipped down to the step, and he was so scared because he doesn't want to die. So he dived into the sea, and in the morning he get washed, and he was so tired so he couldn't get up, and he was only one who was saved.
Well, boom, crash, wallop, bam, crack, clink. At night, ruffle, boom, and lightning came down. People are falling over because the floor is slippery. Out comes the serious captain, wondering what is going on. He goes to the steering wheel, then he started steering. After he walked to the other sailors and he said, "Where are we?" "We're in the middle of the sea," yelled a sailor. Out came the scruffy dog looking like the captain. Well, bam, a man falls from the sail and splat, he's dead. A man falls over a barrel and a nice man helped him up. but they got washed out of sight. The captain got washed off his feet. He tried to hold on, but he got washed to shore. He is sick and exhausted. The dog had doggy paddled back to shore and wandered through the island, and the dog was wondering where the captain was.
Crashing and splashing on a dark and gloomy night, a square-rigged ship was on the open seas. Falling crew kept on flipping over. A curious captain rang a danger bell. A fat man fell down the stairs. A fluffy dog came out of a hole. The waves ripped a hole in the ship. The captain washed ashore. The dog came back doing the doggy paddle. The captain felt happy because he was alive.
One lightning, crashing, tumbling night, on a dark island there was a big boat, just sitting there. Then the boat went crash, tumble. The captain came out. He had blue eyes. Just as he rubbed them, he saw a sailor be seasick. He yelled as they went overboard. "Oh no," he screamed. He felt angry and mad. The other sailor turned the boat as the lightning struck. Later swinged in the air. The captain barged out and tripped over in one step. He tried to get up, but the boat rocked to side. The sailor and the captain could not get up unless there was something to hold on to. Splashes came into the boat. One of the sailors had lived. That one had to save the others. So he swam down. He saw the boat cracked in half. The sailor grabbed the others. They lived too.
Dun dun dun. One night there was a boat in the middle of the sea. There was lightning and a big storm. The captain had red boots and a funny face, and he was wet. He walked down the steps and said, "What's going on?" The men were soaked in water because the wind crashed on the water. The big wave crashed on the end of the boat. The men were trying to pull up the rope, but the wind was so hard they fell over. The boat almost sank, and the men put up a flag, or they would put some fireworks up. They got saved. The captain felt happy. By Tanya.
Boom! Crash! There were 3 people named Owen, Cam and Claire on a boat one scary night. Owen was the captain. He was very nice. Owen said, "We must go to the rainforest to camp." So when they were there, they found a parrot.
I will call him or her Bella. She helped us get lots and lots of paint to make an orange ship, and they got new fabric for their
Flag's colour, and the inside the boat is green, but a big storm was coming. It was the shipwreck. Pirates were blowing away, especially Matt, Samuel and Brooklyn. They were searching for the treasure, but they did not know that the treasure was lots and lots of baby books.
And they got mad with
Matt, because it was baby books.
And as for Owen, Cam and Claire, they went on cool and mysterious adventures with the silly parrot named Bella. So one day they went to hot and cold places at the same time. And that is the end of the story.